Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Invicta Specs. I'll be your tour guide today, John the Phone Guy. Today we've got a continuation of the Star Wars theme, and we have the Magnum in the Millennium Falcon. So we are going to take a look at this guy in some pretty good detail. And with that, let's jump to the bench. Hey everybody, here we are with the Bolt Zeus Magnum Millennium Falcon edition. Of course, this is model 33860, say 52 millimeter watch. It's a 20 atmosphere, 200 meter, 660 feet water resistance. This is a limited edition. This number is 39 of 1977. The main movement on this is the TMI VD53 chronograph. It also has a 24-hour scale over here by the 3 o'clock. This takes the SR920 SW battery, approximately 3 years battery life, and the standard deviation is less than 20 seconds a month. The PC10 down here on the secondary movement is also a TMI two-hand movement. This takes the SR527 SW, about 2 years battery life on this, and approximately less than 30 seconds a month standard deviation on this guy. So with that, let's we'll just kind of take a quick look around. Of course, you got all this high polish and everything, and you got the gray and the blue, with the resistance and all of that. Of course, on the back, we've got all the details of the Millennium Falcon and Star Wars, and you can see the limited edition number, model number, and all of that. This also has the contour technology, so that when it's on your wrist, it holds close to it so it doesn't stick out. Really nice buckle system, double keepers, and all of that. And of course, you've got your constant moving second hand is on your center canyon pinion. The chronograph is down here at the 6 o'clock, kind of deep inside the ship itself. And this is your 60-minute, which goes in tandem with it. So we'll reset that guy, and then right over here is our 24-hour scale. With that, let's set this guy down for a second and head over to the microscope. Hey everybody, here we are under the microscope. So we've got all of the details here of the Millennium Falcon, which is super cool. Of course, we can see back here the blue with the engines, and all the details on the top here and all of that. Of course, you can see we have our 24-hour scale right there, and you've got your date window down here, and then you've got your chronograph, which is right here in the middle, and then this is your 60-minute portion of the chronograph. And of course, you got all of the details around here. Let me see if we can't zoom in a little bit and kind of get an idea of the depth of some of these things. So as you can see how deep some of the channels and like the date window and all of that, and all of the layers here around the 24-hour scale, you really get a sense of the different layers that are going on with this thing. So super cool. Let's back out here a little bit. And of course, you've got your secondary movement down here. Let me flip this guy around. And you've got your Imperial symbol down here and your high polish. And we'll just kind of come around here to the back side. You can kind of see the Invicta logo in blue with the cable system, and of course you got your crown and function pushers here and all of that. And while we're here, let's go ahead and go to the back and get all shined up here so you can really see all of the details of the Millennium Falcon. Just amazing. Of course, you got, stainless steel. Of course, we've got our limited edition number down here, model number, water resistance. Of course, this is a screw down crown system and all of that. But what's really, so unique about this is just all of the details that goes along with the Falcon and all of the shapes that you kind of get to really see in such detail of the ship and all of that. Just a really cool rendition of everything that revolves around the Millennium Falcon and Star Wars, and just some of the amazing details that we have here. And in fact, I'll just start the chronograph down here. You can see right there at the 60-second the chronograph, how the arms are moving underneath all these different layers here. See how far down that is? And that's just super cool how all of the different layering of things take place down here. And so we'll stop this guy and then reset him. But just super cool layers and details of this thing that I don't think you see too often, but really appreciate the details behind it. So with that, let's head back to the bench. And here we are back from the microscope. So put some scales on this thing, and oh yeah, there it goes. Sorry. So I get, where am I? Right about, we'll call that 54, and then 20.2, and we've got 38, and the bracelet is going to come from about a 37, well, I'm trying to get on here, about 37.2 down to 25.6. The thickness on this is going to be 3.8, and the lug span is going to be right about 51.6, 51.5, somewhere in there. The cable on this is 4 millimeter. And with that, let's grab the scales here, throw them on, because we're in ounces. So I get 9.1, and I'll change to grams, and we get 258. So there we have that. So with all of that being said, and kind of just taking a quick look around afterwards, just a really cool, I mean, if you're not really a big Star Wars person, I understand, but just seeing the different layers of how they built up the ship and all the different parts and pieces that go along with the subdials and all that, it's just a really cool idea behind it, and just everything that goes along with it. I think their partnership with Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, all that, they come out with some really amazing timepieces. But with all that being said, let's give a few shout outs. And we'll give a shout out to Smitten by Invicta on Instagram, Invicta Watches and Women's Fashion, and of course YouTube sensations Trap Vision 3D and the Lifestyle page, talking about all things collecting and family, and of course Tommy Big Time, focusing on bracelet sizing and battery changes and everything Invicta. Of course, Meat and I, journaling their weight loss surgery and entrepreneurship, and of course D&Q, chronicling travel and food and fun. Tony Woe, Christian rapper, and his music and life perspective. And of course, I want to give a shout out to Unboxed Sneaks. Has a great show illustrating men's sneakers and the lifestyle and fashion that goes with it. And we have DC World's channel focusing on life experiences, marriage, parenting, health, family, and all the things that go with that. And of course, the watch fell over doing my shout outs. We want to give a shout out to obviously Invicta Vets on Facebook, and also invictavets.com is their store where they sell shirts and hats and things to help support veterans. So with that, let's jump out and finish out the video. See you in a second. All right, that was a really cool look at the Millennium Falcon Bolt Zeus Magnum. Of course, you know, got to rock this thing. And wanted to have a special shout out to Vic, who is our resident Magnum Vic. So big time collector and a really good friend. So wanted to say thank you to everyone who watched this video, shares, likes, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Subscribes if you haven't. You know, you can click the little link down there, hit the bell, and be notified. I'm pretty consistent with Tuesday, Fridays of spec videos, Sundays with lady specs. Today had a slight issue with the video, so we had to do a little readjustment there. But all that being said, I hope everyone enjoys your Invicta timepieces, and I hope to see you next time on Invicta Specs. Take care.